this translatortraining.com video module called How to Get a Translation Internship. Now, if you're looking to get into the translation industry and become a professional translator, it can be hard to get experience in the beginning because who wants to hire a translator who has never translated anything? So what you have to do is build up kind of a pyramid of experience. The base is going to be your training, your language knowledge, the knowledge of cultures behind that language, and then you're going to have to make up translation projects for yourself. You're going to have to translate chapters of books, translate articles, translate white papers, translate websites, and translate, a dozen, 2 dozen different websites, 2 dozen different chapters of different books, 12 or 2 dozen articles. All these different things you're going to have to translate many times over until you can do it flawlessly and have it graded by a peer translator with more experience than you and says, okay, you just did a great job, there's only 1 mistake or 2 mistakes. And you have to get to that point before you start applying for a lot of these positions. Otherwise, you might get the internship and then be let go because you haven't done enough research and studying and practice on your own. So in addition to that approach, I want to share with you a bunch of tips and strategies on how you can get a translator internship very rapidly. These are all practical strategies that I've used in my own career and that I provide other people through a lot of career coaching nowadays, and I see them use and I see them get internships by using these techniques. So if you have a pen and paper, this would be a good thing to start taking notes on. First thing is to identify 30 potential translation clients or translation agencies you'd like to complete an internship for, and go after 30 at a time. Most people make the mistake of applying to some different jobs and internships and just kind of do it haphazardly and not organized. What you want to do is start an Excel spreadsheet on Google Docs for free if you don't have Microsoft Office, and track those 30 potential employers that you want an internship with. Get their phone, their email address, and their physical address, and use all 3 methods while communicating with them. Have a follow-up phone call, send a thank you email, send a letter in the mail showing your interest. They'll be impressed by how proactive you are and dedicated you are to working for them, and you're likely to get their attention. Also, by focusing on 30 prospects instead of just 5 or 10 or 15 and doing it in an organized fashion, you'll be much more efficient and much more likely to get a job offer. Another tip is to meet face-to-face with people as much as possible. Try to work with local potential employers, and you're much more likely to build a powerful relationship with them very quickly. It's hard to develop a powerful relationship over the internet. You can be easily forgotten if all you've done is spoken over email or even over the phone. Another tip is to gain as much specialized knowledge as fast as possible in the industry. Again, this is what we try to do within the CTP program, but you can also do this by reading books, blogs, newsletters, and articles in the industry as well. The last tip is that, or I guess the last 2 tips is, 1, if you have to, you can work for free until the employer believes that you're worth paying. Something that I've done personally in my career. I worked for free, and I just told the person, you know what, I know you're not hiring right now, let me just work for you for free, and whenever you feel like I'm worth paying for, you can start paying me, but not until you think I'm worth it. I worked for 3 weeks, and then I started getting paid as a full-time employee of the company. It worked great. Another tip is to make up a project. If someone says, oh, well, we don't have a project that we need you to work on right now, you can say, well, let me do some research and try to translate some very niche slang words related to their field that might help develop their kind of in-house dictionary of specialized terminology. Or let me do research on your competitors, see what they're doing for the marketing of their translation agencies, so I can help you improve your own. Whatever you need to do, make up any project that is related to translation and develops your translation abilities, and at least it's internship experience. It's better than not getting experience. So I hope you found these tips very helpful. These are things that I know that work, so please try to put at least 2 or 3 of these into practice immediately. Good luck, and thank you for joining translatortraining.com.